wouldn't have any progress. Why? Because when we hear pretend, we hear imagination, then it's like, oh, well, I knew this shit wasn't real in the first place. You guys are just doing make believe. It is so much deeper than that. Because, like I mentioned earlier, we got to use the language that's understood. We know that we're talking about something so much deeper than what. Let me prepare what I'm saying. This is the same level of depth that a child uses when they're playing with toys, but people have forgotten that as they gotten older, and they begin to associate imagination with something that a child does that is no longer useful in the empirical world, the world of the five senses and data. But in truth, it's getting so locked into that empirical world of five senses and data that we've forgotten how to connect with that deeper, abstract, intuitional parts of ourselves. And what we didn't understand as we got older is that that deeper, abstract, intuitional part of ourselves is actually the part that runs the show, not the empirical data. Because guess what? All this empirical data in the five sense shit comes out of that abstract realm. So in order to change and create and manipulate what's going on in the real world, you literally have to connect with the world where all this stuff comes from, which is gotten to through the bridge of imagination.
Yeah.
Hence the spear of Yesod on the tree of life.
Bro, you can't see electrical currents, right? You can't see the
Can't see
electrical
Wi-Fi.
currents that are happening through the phone, but we know it's
Right.
happening because we're
Yeah.
seeing the effects. It's the same shit.
So much shit in life is like that. I mean, you see the effects of it, but you don't see what causes it. I mean, we because that has a place in our physical reality, we just accept it. But like Trav was just saying, as we grow older, that aspect of us is lost because people are telling us to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And all of these different things, you're told to grow up. When you get older, you're supposed to act a certain way, and we lose that connection, man. But I mean, magnetism, like heat, hot, cold air, all of those things is something that you can't see, but you know is there, like you was just saying.
They strip it. It was stripped away, stolen from our awareness. That's what it is. Our awareness is hijacked all the time by someone else or by something else. Totally just keeps distracting us. Or like you just said, someone telling you what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, what you should do. And then we just keep getting older and older, and we either become the personality of someone else's content. We become a personality of someone else's conceptual story. You become a character in their story. You are the context of their story. You never once know who am I? Who is the I that I say my personality is? Some people have never had the opportunity to die without developing their personality, and because they don't know that there's ways that you can take control of that. It's like on page 36 of the pass of Praviti and of Nivriti. It says realization of the gunas and mental behavior takes place only in meditation. When you are able to reflect upon, witness, and analyze yourself, your expressions, needs, and aspirations. The only way that you're going to connect with that is through meditation. Who am I as an individual to deny that to be actual facts? Then on 37, it says the method which the yogis discovered for attaining discipline is yoga. Who am I to dispute that as actual facts when we've known that since before we were even born, there's been yogis, there's been swamis, there's been meditation, there's been this very same processes going on before what's known the King James Bible. They've been doing these very same things before Western mind state got control of information.
Before Western mind state existed.
Before Western mind state exists.